The voting in the by-election there takes place on Thursday. The seat was won by the Conservatives in May, just. So it's a good test for Labour on the first 3 months in power, and for the Conservatives under their new leader. Both know it's going to be a close race. For the last few days, our political editor Michael Brunson has been in Uxbridge, assessing the campaigning style of the main parties and examining what's at stake for tonight's special report.
It's quite hard to get the measure of Uxbridge. Is it just somewhere that's added on to our nation's capital, perhaps during this by-election campaign, just an adjunct to our national political life, stuck here on the end of the London Underground system? Or is it a true locality, a local place with a sense of history which only a local candidate dealing with the local issues can properly serve? That's really become the issue in this campaign. Labour are in no doubt. Their campaign here is a carbon copy of their general election strategy, complete with a soap opera megastar. Labour's candidate, Andy Slaughter, knows the score. He was installed here after the party bigwigs decided to dump the man who only just lost last time, David Williams, allegedly for being too old Labour. That architect of New Labour, Peter Mandelson, is entirely unrepentant about all that. His latest innovation is Labour's first by-election video, which portrays the candidate strictly in terms of the new national government.
Any other vote is a wasted vote and would risk Uxbridge people losing the chance to influence government.
It's as though Millbank Tower, Labour's famed general election headquarters in central London, has moved to sleepy old Uxbridge. Of course, though the Tories just held on here on May the 1st, there was a 12% swing to Labour, and a lot of that vote will hold.
Now that the Labour Party are finally in there, I reckon, they should be there for another while at least,
You want to give them a good long chance?
Absolutely.
But some who voted for the Labour candidate David Williams last time may now switch to other parties. Why?
Because I supported Mr. Williams and I thought he ran a marvellous campaign, and I think it's disgusting what Labour's done to him.
The candidate switch worries Mr. Mandelson not a jot.
You're quite ruthless about it, aren't you? We're quite ruthless about getting the best deal for the people of Uxbridge.
How different is the Conservative campaign? These two lonely men in a field are the Shadow Environment Secretary, Norman Fowler, and the Tory candidate, John Randall, discussing a local issue, the threat to Greenbelt land.
Get me in and I'll do my best.
Mr. Randall is strictly local. He owns a department store in Uxbridge, and the Tory strategy, which the Shadow Chancellor Peter Lilly also came to support, is to move on from the general election, either by attacking what Labour's done nationally, or more often by highlighting local concerns.
Last thing people want is some career politician who's going to come in, who won't be allowed to say a word on behalf of Uxbridge unless Peter Mandelson first vets it and approves it, and probably will have to say something about some totally different issues that are laid down by New Labour if he's allowed to say anything at all.
The Liberal Democrats have also been stressing local matters, using all the help they can get. The younger daughter of Lib Dem candidate Keith Kerr, 4-year-old Eleanor, led the way to highlight one local issue, transport.
We've got to have an election where the person elected raises the issues for Uxbridge, because, to be honest, the government majority will realistically not be altered, and the Tories' influence on government will not be altered either.
So what is going to happen here? Are the Liberal Democrats or any of the other parties going to make a breakthrough? Or are the Tories going to prick the Labour bubble? Or is this just going to be another victory as the Labour bandwagon rolls on? Whatever happens, come Friday morning, it'll have an impact 15 miles down the track at Westminster. Michael Brunson, News at 10, Uxbridge.
Altogether, there are 11 candidates contesting the by-election. The Conservatives are defending a majority of 700. And as we said, voting there is on Thursday.